Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. This is Kim Conrad with Kim's Table Talks, Vitamins for Your Soul, here on Wednesdays on Facebook at 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Today, I am featuring a true story about a friend of mine in Pakistan whose whole valley, whose whole region, province, turned into one big lake in the recent floods. And I'll share his story and his willingness, a conversation we had to shift perspectives and how that shifted and got him unstuck. So I'm trying not to sneeze. And then, and I'm going to, anyway, there we go. So, and then a reading from Vice Versa Verse, my book, Inspiring Twists on How to View Your Life and Fill Your Soul, called Paint Me a New Picture, because that's what, okay then. How to move forward no matter what happens. Okay, so here we go. What I did was I took excerpts of my friend and my conversation, and I just want to keep him. He asked me to keep him, and I wanted to keep him anonymous and yet share the story. So I took excerpts of our conversation, and here we go. So, challenges have never been so overwhelming as now. Almost every part of the world, he says. I'm stuck again. Was long stuck before, and this time all my crops were washed away by the mega flood, which actually turned our entire province into one great lake. How many times do we feel like we get swamped in a great, even internal flood into one great lake? And how do we see our way through? I'm currently looking and applying for jobs and even short-term assignments to get myself and my family through this crisis. I responded, I am so sorry your crops were washed away. And I wonder what new vistas and things you are learning and becoming because this has happened that you would have not done otherwise. Great challenges ask us to find and call forward greatness from within us that we would not access otherwise. Feel into the field. Listen and become this newer and newer you. May this be used to bring you all of you, closer together. And I'll put a note in here. Do you realize that the word listen and silent are spelled with the same letters? Listen and silent are spelled with the same letters. And then I asked him, what can you make the letters of stuck, S-T-U-C-K, stand for that inspire you and call you forward rather than contract you? What are the highest, most deeply inspiring versions of this through you? I'd love to see them. And so he said, thank you so much for enabling this new seeing through the fog. Yes, without this new challenge, there wouldn't have been a new seeing. I'm working on these new ways of seeing. And yes, to stuck, I am beginning to see S is strength. T is time and trust. U is upward. C is caretaking. And K is keeping it up. S for strength. T for time and trust. U for upward. C for caretaking. K for keeping it up. What are words that contract you, and what can you do with them to have a whole new vista, a whole new experience, so you don't contract anymore. You can use anything. Use anything to expand. I also wanted to say a fun little story with a client of mine. Another way to shift words is to spell them backwards. So she had been called stupid when she was growing up. And then she would say, well, that was a stupid thing for me to do, or I'm stupid. And she would use the word because she'd been conditioned to do that. Another word wizard trick, as I call it, is to spell a word backwards. Stupid backwards is dippets. Now, if you say and you play with this, I'm so dippets, does it have the same charge? She used to do that, and then she would laugh. And these volumes of conditioning began to go away. Also, you can have fun spelling your name backwards. Kim Conrad is Mick Darnock. And see how you feel when you spell that backwards and speak it out loud. It can be a lot of fun. So back to my friend in Pakistan, whose entire province, including his farm, became a great lake. Listening through your power of words to change the way we see better and better is greatly appreciated and is making a great difference. And then I gave him another invitation when he said he was working on changing things, or working on a new way of seeing. I think a lot of us have gone in parts of our life, maybe much of our life, doing everything on our own. We've been conditioned to work through things. And notice how your body responds to words, whether it contracts or expands. Notice how your body responds to them. So his phrase, I'm working on these new ways of seeing, I said, I can feel you working. What if you didn't have to work everything? And I say that to all of us. What if you lived what he writes, and he's a phenomenal writer of inspirational material, and connected and received what the universe is here to give you when you let it, allow it, receive it, and listen. We are designed to evolve. That's life. Life is designed to evolve, and so are we in every single cell of our being. There is so much support there for you in the listening. When you listen and become collaborating with what is being presented to you and the field itself, rather than doing it, creating the situation, the circumstance, where you do it all on your own. I think we're all being asked to be brave enough to risk, to trust, to come into new perspectives, to see things anew. I call, instead of a point of view, I invite viewing points. And if you even put your situation on a piece of paper, write out in big letters just a sentence summary of it. And this may sound funky, but it's very interesting what happens with myself and clients. And just walk around a circle. Give yourself enough space, several feet, a foot. Notice how you feel when you walk closer to the piece of paper, when you walk away from the piece of paper that has those words of what your challenge is on it. And then walk around the circle and pause and look at it from different viewing points. That may seem kind of weird, but I invite you to give it a go, really, truly so. Live the experience and just be open to all of a sudden a new idea might pop in. We're actually giving our neurology a different way of connecting when we walk around and look from different viewing points than from the point of view we're used to looking at things. It can release being stuck too. And I know, let's see, it's about 10 minutes, but I promise to read this as well. So, it's called Paint Me a New Picture, and it's from my book, Vice Versa Verse. Been of value to lots of people, I'm told. And it's on page 70. So I'll close with Paint Me a New Picture, which is exactly what we're all doing on this planet at this time. Paint me a new picture. I want to let this one pass and have something new to replace it with, said a friend. I would love to serve you in that way, said I, yet no one else can paint you a new picture. All new pictures get painted from the inside out. A new canvas is purchased by letting go of what no longer serves us anymore in manifesting our dreams. Know it's now okay to let go. Things and relationships are not your identity. Allow a new canvas to move in, and the world will show up different. You will be the new picture. You will be your newest butterfly. You will be creating and receiving and collaborating for your newest life. And so what can we all do today, tomorrow, this week, to receive, to listen, to choose, to invite new perspectives, walk around that circle, and take actions inside and out. Think new thoughts. You can always put on the old jacket. You can always go back to, or move forward once again into your previous perspectives and see what happens. We're all part of a new world being born that can be greater than anything we've likely ever imagined. And how can we be a greater and greater part of it in all respects? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritual, in all the bodies of our life. Our physical body, the earth body, universal body, the bodies of our countries, even political bodies. It's all bodies, and it's all choices. And even companies are called organizational bodies. Very interesting, at least in American English. So I share that with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, follow, subscribe, whether you're seeing this on Facebook or YouTube. And I know that you are designed for these times, or you wouldn't be here. That the greatness lives from within you to meet and become and walk through greater than you've ever been with any challenges that you have in your world right now. Thank you so much. And if indeed you would like to become unstuck, see new vistas, have dreams that you'd love to explore and create with even greater finesse, I'm really good with that with clients. And I offer a free consultation, 20, 30 minutes. You can call it a strategy session, whatever works for you. Please message me, and I look forward to connecting. Thank you so much. And how brilliant and amazing can you show up this week? No matter what you think or feel or perceive or are going through, you have it within you to live through them better than you've ever been. Take care, be safe, be well. Until next Wednesday at 10 a.m.